Okay, good morning everyone, or good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Yeah, welcome along to another day's digging. I am no longer in Norfolk. I'm on a permission here in Cambridgeshire, back at the Hoard site. So if you've been following our little adventures, the main hoard of, what did we end up with? 46 Roman coins was found in a field sort of just over this direction. And we found a smaller hoard just there. Well, when I say hoard, I think hoard, puff spill, coin scatter, general loss. But it was just over there. So I'm back on this field today. The last time we were here, the grass was about 30 or 40 centimetres high. It's been freshly cut today, so it's really short. Should be able to get the coil close to the ground, so I'm really looking forward to getting on here today, see what else we can discover. As you can see, it's just me today. John has decided to stay down in Cornwall for another week on holiday. Don't blame him. But we've got lovely weather here today. It's going to be like 26, 27, possibly even higher, 28 degrees. So got my sun hat, got my sun cream on, but being Scottish, I'm going to burn like hell. Right, I have still got question and answers to do from a couple of weeks ago. We had 4 questions submitted to the Facebook page, so let's crack on with the first question. Question number 1 comes from, who was it? It was Mark Gale. Mark Gale has a detecting page called Adventures with Mark, Metal Detecting and Magnetfishing. I'll post his logo up here and I'll drop a little link to his page below. Mark asks, why were Roman hoards buried and why were they never recovered? Why did the people who buried them never go back to dig them back up again? Good question. So hoards in general were buried for a number of reasons, but the main reason was for safekeeping. So back in Celtic, Roman, medieval times, there was no bank you could just walk into and deposit your money and be happy in the knowledge that your valuables are going to be safe. So what people tend to do was head out to the middle of a field, next to a hedge, next to a tree or a landmark or something they know they'll remember, dig a big hole, put the valuables in, and come back from time to time, dip into it. Yeah, so that's what we used to do. Another reason is for religious and votive offerings. So let's take an example of a farming community who all get together and they want a plentiful harvest for the season. So they all put the valuables in, some offerings to the gods. They head out to the field, dig a big hole and have a little ceremony, do a religious or votive offering to the gods. Which sort of leads me on to the next part of the question which Mark asked. Why have they never recovered? Well, let's take the farming community for example. If you're going to be doing a religious offering to the gods, you don't want to displease the gods by going and digging it back up the next day. So that's why they tend to remain in the ground. But let's take another example. Let's say the general person who deposits for hoard or their valuables. Let's just say they never told anyone. Years and years later they die of natural causes or are killed in battle, and they don't tell anyone, so that hoard lies in the ground for hundreds if not thousands of years until people like us come along, detectorists, dig it back up and discover it. Another little example of that is a Roman soldier. He's got his silver denarii and he's going to head off into battle. He doesn't want to take his valuables with him, so he finds a landmark like a tree line or a hedge line, digs a hole, puts his valuables in, goes off, and he's killed in battle. Doesn't tell anyone, obviously. Doesn't come back. But yeah, we come along hundreds, if not thousands of years later, and dig up his valuables. So yeah, that's a really good question, Mark. Lots of information online about hoards and why they're buried, so feel free to check it out. But yeah, that's just a few of the reasons. Safekeeping and religious and votive offerings. Just keep your valuables safe, really. Okay, moving on to question number 2. Question number 2 comes from, let me remember this one, it comes from Jamie and Rachel from the Treasure Rangers. That's their logo. I'll drop a little link to their page below, worthwhile checking that one out. And they ask, what are our intentions with the Roman hoards? Bronze Roman coin hoards don't tend to be valuable unless the coins are really, really rare. So what are our plans if the British Museum disclaim this hoard? in relation to what we're going to do with the farmer. So you're right, in this case a lot of the coins we're pulling up are grotty, hence the name grots. Don't have a lot of detail on them, so they're not worth a great deal in terms of monetary value. But in terms of historical value, they help build a bigger picture of the Roman activity in this area. So let's say, so it's with the flow at the moment, the coins are with the Fines Liaison Officer, and they're going to either go through the treasure process or not, depending on what the British Museums say. Let's just say they go through the treasure process, and then it comes back and the British Museum disclaim them. Well, in this instance, we've said that the farmer should have the coins to display on his farm, hopefully get a nice box frame or display. Part of this farm is open to the public, so it'd be a nice little memorial, really, a nice little display so people can see just what was going on here. I'm a firm believer that the history should stay with the land, especially in cases like this. So yeah, definitely this hoard will go back to the farmer. Question number 3 comes from Marcus Reed from his detecting page Notch to 11. That's his logo. He asks, what are our intentions with the rest of the hoard site? Do we plan on expanding the search area? We sort of did that the day we found the hoard. So it started off from a really small area, 5 metres by 5 metres, and John and I were finding coins. And then as we moved further out, so 10 metres by 10 metres, we started finding coins. And then it's 15 by 15, and then eventually we got to about 20 by 20. We found coins, but they were starting to taper off a little bit. And anything, we didn't really find anything beyond that, so the search area was expanded on the day as much as possible. We still haven't located the source of that hoard. Maybe one day we will, who knows. But yeah, I mean, 20 metres by 20 metres, this permission here is 110 acres of beautiful pasture, as you can see. So still lots left to explore, Marcus. But yeah, we'll keep dipping back into that little field from time to time just to see if we can get any more coins. And those will all be added to the hoard at a later date. So yeah, good question. But yeah, lots of history still here. And the last question, question number 4, comes from Jason Jones, aka Norfolk Button Boy. That's his logo. And again, I'll drop a little link to his channel below. And he asks, in relation to this hoard, he asks, are we going to get the heavy machinery and the excavators? The short answer is no, for a couple of reasons. The first reason being that when we initially spoke to the Fines Liaison Officer, she advised not to dig any deeper than 6 to 8 inches, so we stuck to that rule. And although we did ask at a later date, can we scrape the first few inches off the land, the response was not at this time. So let the coins go through the treasure process, let the British Museum have a look at them, and then start thinking, can we take a few layers off, try and find the source of the hoard. And another reason is we didn't want to damage anything of an archaeological context by digging deeper than the plough line. So if there is, as I said, we haven't found a source yet, so if it is a pot and we get a heavy excavator in and damage it, and yeah, it's not good. So yeah, no plans for the moment to get any sort of mini diggers, excavators or anything like that. But yeah, good question. Yeah, that's it for Q&As. That seems like a good little thing to do. So if you have any more questions you want to ask us, either John or myself, put them on the Facebook page, drop them in a comment below, along with your name and if you have a YouTube channel or a Facebook group, and I'll do my best to answer them in the next video. Anyway, enough chatting for me. That's a lovely looking field. I'm going to get on it, and I'll see you on the first decent signal. Right, first decent signal of the day. It's coming in at a little 81 that way. It's a bit jumpy that way, 70s, 80s. It is clipping a little bit at the end, so it might just be a bit of rubbish, but it's worth checking out. I'm not going to do a live one on this one, let's jump straight to it. Right, target is out the hole. It's a button, and looking at it straight away, I know what type of button it is. It's really badly damaged, but at the bottom you can see the numbers 50, and there would have been a crown up here. There's not much left of the back. It's probably going to fall, yeah, it's fallen to bits. But that is a military button, and that is from the 1800s, I believe, and that is from the 50th Regiment of Foot. I'll put some information up in the top corner. I don't think I'm going to get any detail off that. I think it's just going to fall to bits. Yeah, it's starting to disintegrate as soon as it came out. There is some writing on the back, which will be the, I think I can make it out London. But yeah, 50th Regiment of Foot military button, first signal. Just goes to show that there's more modern stuff here than just Roman. Cool. Let's crack on. Okay, I just thought I'd head back to where I've dropped off my gear and change over to the 13-inch coil, cover a bit more ground. I've got a nice little 6970 here. Let's do a bit of a live one on this, shall we? Right, it's right about there. The ground is quite tough today. Still a bit of moisture left in. I don't think that'll be the case by the end of the day though, when it reaches dizzying heights of 28 degrees. Right, it's out. It's in the clod. I can't see anything straight away. Right, okay. Just a bit of aluminium tin. Never mind. No idea what that was. Oh, hold on. It's a bloody can top, isn't it? Never mind. Right, moving swiftly on. Okay, got a little target coming up in the mid 80s. It's coming in really clear. Nothing yet. A bit more digging. Right. Oh god, ground's tough. Try and get in behind it. Right, I'm going to come back to this one. I'll see you shortly. Right, it is out. And unfortunately, it's a button. It's got something on the back, but I'm assuming that's just a maker's mark. Yeah, standard button. Took me a while to find that one there. Damn, I thought it was a coin. Never mind. Let's crack on with the day. Right, I've got a little signal in the hole. I can just see it. It's right about there. And it's got that really nice bronze patina on it. So I'm going to go and try and dig carefully around it. That's a stone. Right. I'm going to go and try and get underneath it. I'll get it out. I'll hold it in my hand so I won't see it, and I'll open it with you, okay? See you in a few minutes. Right, so not bronze after all, blooming shotgun cap sticking out the edge, a little green bit. Ugh. God, that got my heart going there. Right, it's getting warm, so I'm going to crack on with the digs. I just had the oh, sorry, bleep, I'll bleep that out. The most rubbish signal in the world there. It was like a 98, and it was scratchy, it was all over the place. But I've got a little Roman, everyone. There's some detail on that, it's cracked as well. Oh, what a shame. There is, I think it's Constantine again. But this is on the Hoard site, the second Hoard site, so it takes the total up to 13, I believe now. 13 coins. And we'll definitely be able to ID that. And I'll be contacting the flow to get that added to the smaller Hoard. Awesome. Oh, really happy with that. If I can get any detail off that at all, do you know what, I'm not even going to touch it because I don't know if you can see. There's a massive crack right down there. Ah, that's going to break, isn't it? Yeah, I'll try and keep that safe, but I've got a feeling that's going to break. But yeah, first Roman of the day. Nice one. Happy with that. Excellent. Let's see if right, got a little jumpy signal here. And that's the reason why it's jumpy. Because it's a modern nail. It's got a bit of iron content to it. But, got to dig them all. Especially on a Roman site. Could have been a Roman nail. Right, I'm onto a little target. It's fairly deep. I think I'm almost there. Right, it's a coin. And I think that's a big old, yep, chunky Roman sestertius, I believe. It is, I think. It's fairly chunky, look at that. Yeah, that's not going to be anything else but a Roman sestertius, is it? I don't think I'm going to get any detail off of that, you never know. A little bit of water, there is a little bit of a raised bit. I don't know. But yep, another one to add to the Hoard pile. That's us up to 14 now. If I can get any detail off of this, which is very unlikely, you may or may not see a picture up in the top right hand corner. Nah, I don't think I am. I'll go and get some water and see if I can get any detail off it. But yeah, this is actually the first sestertius we've had off of here. Nice one. Okay, another little target. This one's in the side wall. It's coming up about 70. Right, it's in my hand. It's a coin. Is it Roman? Who knows? That one looks a little too round for my liking to be Roman, but you never know. Maybe a halfpenny. See, it could be Roman, just it's quite chunky. I don't think I'm going to get any detail off of that, guys. I think that's modern though. Yeah, I'm fairly confident that that's a modern halfpenny or something like that. But it's a coin nonetheless. Cool. Right, moving on. Okay, now a little target, hit hole in the clod.
Not in there. It's in my hand. What's that? No idea, some sort of lump of iron or something. What's that? It's giving an amazing signal. It's definitely got a bit of iron to it. No idea on that one. It was something, it's not anymore. Right, if I can figure out what it was, I'll let you know, but I don't think so. Right, moving on. Okay, another nice little sounding target, but the nice sounding targets aren't always the best ones. Oh, here we go. Ah, that's a Roman. It's a chunky one, but it's a Roman. Ah, it's just a shame it's absolutely toasted. Might be able to get some detail off of that. Yeah. See, again, it could just be a halfpenny. I'll try and get it cleaned up and I'll let you know. It's quite an irregular shape, so I would say it's Roman. If I can get any detail off it, I'll post it in the top right hand corner, as usual. Cool. Right, cheeky little 69. It's another Roman. Another grot, I'm afraid, with no detail. Yeah, I'll add it to the pile. What says that up to now? 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 in this little coin spill, hoard, whatever you want to call it. Excellent. I'll add it to the next. I'll add it to the rest of them. I can't get my words out. It's too damn hot. Right, going to try and do a bit of a live one for you. So I think I've got another Roman coin. Right, it's out the hole. I can't see anything right away. Let's get the pinpointer out. Yep, we've got another one. That says up to 16. Oh, I think that one actually might be silver washed. Not too sure, but again, just like all the rest of them, no detail. Must be something about the soil here which just destroys them. But there we go, another little Roman. Let's go and put it with the rest of them. Mark the GPS and we'll get them off to the fines liaison officer with the hoard from the first field. Cool, moving on. Okay, little signal coming in the high 70s. It's out the hole. Where is it? Here it is, right there, you can see it. Is it a button? Is it a coin? What do you think? Is it going to be a button if I take this off? It's a button. Damn. Just a plain old button. I hate it when they do that. Damn things. Right. Not a coin. Not a relic. Not an artifact. Let's move on. Target here. In the sort of 68, 69 region, which is the same sort of signal the big Roman Sestertius gave me earlier. Hopefully it's another one. Right, it's in here. It's not, but it is another Roman coin, I think. Yeah, that's a Roman. Another toasted. Could even be silver. That one might even be silver, who knows. It's got a bit of a silver glint to it. I'll add it to the pile. There's not much detail on it. I think it takes us up to what, 16, 17 now? I've lost count. Keep finding them today. Right, let's see if we can find some in better condition. Right, I'm back in the general area where we first discovered this little hoard, as we call it. Found the big one over there, little one on this field. And John and I have been over this section of field quite a few times. Since this grass has been cut, there's just signals everywhere. I mean, I'm not even recording all the grots anymore because I don't want to keep posting up videos of toasted Roman coins. But I've got another one. Another little signal coming in at 85. 82 that way. Could be another coin. What do you think? Let's get it out. The target is out the hole, and it's in here. Not sure if you can hear that in my headphones. It's another big chunky Sestertius. It is. Don't think there's going to be much detail on that one. That's the third one today. Second one, sorry. Second or third, I can't remember now. Yeah. There's a bit of a bust on that, but I can't make out anything else. Oh. Unbelievable. Come along like buses. Yeah, there's not a lot of detail left on that one, I'm afraid. But I'll add it to the others. All counts. We're up to 17, 18 now. I've really lost count. Let's find some more. Right, I've had a few more Roman coins up. As I said, I'm not filming every single grot for you. But I think we're up to 10 now. Anyway, I've got another little signal here. It's in this clod. It's not in there. I've got a feeling this might be a bit of aluminium because every time I come over this way I get aluminium. What was that? What on earth? I've no idea what that is, but it looks old. Hold on a minute, let's get the dart out of here. Looks like a little lip. No idea. Let's just get that in the light. Is that part of an old buckle maybe? Strange. Bit of bronze and iron there. No idea. First little artifact of the day. I have no idea what that could be. If you've got any idea, drop us a comment in the comment section. Strange. Right, moving on. It is now the end of today's digging. It's only 1:15, but it's baking hot. So I'm going to call it a day there and head home. What did we have today? We had, well, to give you a bit of a recap, the area I've been searching today was where we found the small hoard. And the last time we were here, we've managed to recover about, what was it, 12 coins. Well, today I added another 10 onto that. 10, I'm looking at them now, so there's at least 4 sestertius and 6 smaller bronzes. But only one of them, or maybe 2, has any real detail to them. I think one of them is definitely a Constantine bow. Apart from that, we had a little modern, well I say modern, military button from the 50th Foot Regiment. And I think the 50th Foot dates back to the 1800s. Could be wrong, but I'll check that out. And we had a strange little artifact thing towards the end, I'm not quite sure what that is. And a modern coin towards the end as well, which I think is about George III, 1700s. Last week, John and I were down in Cornwall, and we were on a dig with the Colonel Diggers, and we also met Derek Gibbon, the Deadleg Detectorist. That's his logo. And I'll put a little link down to Derek's YouTube and his Facebook below. If you can give him a little follow, that would be very helpful. Yeah, anyway, we were on a dig with them. Unfortunately, the land didn't produce any finds of note for myself or John, but we did meet a few people. We met, I'm going to say Chris, I think his name's Chris. I'll need to double check that. But it's Chris from the Grim Sweeper, does the Grim Sweeper CIC charity. He told us all about what he does and how that ties in with Man Down. I'll show you a little clip of that now. Yeah, so Chris is just telling us, obviously he runs Grim Sweeper, where he teaches people who wish to detect all about the hobby, but he also runs Man Down. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so I've been with Man Down for just under 2 years. I first started because I needed it. I went through the point where I didn't want to be here anymore. I was working 24/7, literally 17 hours a day. And I was doing nothing. I got to a Thursday and just went, nah, I can't do it. I was either going to leave the job or I was just going to kill myself. It's as simple as that and commit suicide. I got to that low. I went to Man Down a couple of years ago just for myself, and within about 6 months, as you said, I pulled myself into a better place, and I started asked just to be a facilitator to open up another couple of groups. So I co-facilitate with St Austell. I've opened my own one at St Stephen and Brannel, which is, and Melvigizzy, but there's 32 throughout the whole of Cornwall where men can just go and talk about it. It's completely non-judgmental. Everybody's got empathy for each other, and it's somewhere where bros can just talk, where we can just go and listen. We can't solve any problems, but what we can do, we can empathise and just go, look pal, you're not alone. And
so how does that link in with your detecting?
So I've been detecting 20 years, and I've been doing, well, my dad's been doing it for 40, and to be honest, it was quite late. It wasn't until about 10-15 years in that I started to realise, you know, every time I started getting a bit uptight or I started getting, you know, negative thoughts, or then I used to go detecting. So I thought, well, look, you know, with Grim Sweepers, I initially started it for people who want to learn how to detect but don't know where to start. Yeah. There's a lot of people that, you know, you can go and buy a machine for £3 but they tell you how to turn it on? No. Well, they'll take your money but they won't do it. So basically, he said, I've used my experience to basically set people up. So you've got,
that's really good.
You up here who basically keep coming over and say, Chris, check my program. Chris, can you do this? Which is great. I don't
well, you're here. Do you want to check that?
So, as you said, with Grim Sweepers and the social prescribing side of it, so I contacted all the councils and said, look, you know, I took the guys out from Man Down who'd never detected before, and all the feedback I've had, which is on Grim Sweepers' website, is amazing. You know, I've asked over 500 people, and I've taken over nearly 200 out who are suffering from mental health, and all love it. So amazing. I said, with the social prescribers, I'll just go, right, Chris, take them out, and I'll just basically say, all I do is cover my costs on my fuel or whatever.
And do you have anywhere where you can take donations and stuff like that? Or?
Yeah, so on donations, so on the website, on grimsweepers.co.uk, there is a donate button. It's all non-for-profit, so
fantastic.
Nobody makes any money out of it. It just all goes back to the business and supplies.
Excellent.
E's and what do you call it, bits of kit and stuff, so if I get any second-hand gear, okay.
Okay, so yeah, Chris runs the CIC charity Grim Sweepers, and that ties in with Man Down. There is a link on his page about how you can donate to that charity as well. But really good cause, really knowledgeable guy. Yeah, it was just good to meet him and Derek and see a bit of the Cornish countryside. What else? Yeah, so Q&As. We've done the Q&As at the start of this video. If you have any questions that you want to ask myself or John with regards to metal detecting, or about the hoards that we're finding, or the things that we've found, or just about John and myself in general, then drop us a little link, little comment, sorry, in the comment section below or on Facebook, and we will integrate it into our next video, as we've done with the 4 questions at the start. So yeah, really good day out. It's really warm now, so I'm going to head home. But yeah, follow us on Facebook, click the little subscribe button on YouTube, the little bell to get notified of when we post new videos up, which isn't that often, but when we do, they seem to be quite good days out. So yeah, thank you for following us, and we'll see you on the next signal.